button?
Yep, I see that.
Yep. All right. Welcome back to Titanic, or more specifically, Titanic Honor and Glory. We are live. So I'm here with my good friend, Mr. Eriks Garsvo. Garsvo, Eric, say hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. And my name is Tony Ortega. So we're going to play some Titanic Honor and Glory, the mega demo, or demo 401 as it's officially known. And so we're going to take a walk through the ship. We're going to start in third class and make our way up through second and on to first class. So kind of moving our way up into the world, so to speak. So what say you, Eric? Want to get the show on the road?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, let's do it to it. So explore demo. Let's do night. So starting third class here. So it says this is E-deck entrance. So I hope everyone is doing well. Everyone is doing awesome. So there will be no music playing in the background on this particular stream because I want the audio to sound good and clear and not a lot of audio clutter. So, all right, we are here in third class at the E-deck entrance. So looking forward, it appears like you can actually look into second class there. See the elevator, so that's second class. That's interesting. And this is the entrance. I wonder what this shaft would have been. Fortunately, I don't have any Titanic deck plans.
You're gonna have to get some of those now.
Yeah. I'm like all curious because there's nothing on that sign up there. So this is E-deck. So this should provide instant access to Scotland Road, which should be down this way here. So this is the second class staircase here. You can see the elevator just off to the weak right and a map, or off to the weak left and a map off to the right. So Eriks, which way you want to go, sir?
Well, we can go up to second class and then work our way back down, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. We can do that. So you can kind of come down here, but this is all blocked off right here. Furniture, so you can't go down any further. I like how they have chairs right here in the one of the foyers. Oh, that's interesting. The elevator went all the way down to F deck. Technically lower than the first class elevator. And went up to boat deck.
Well, yeah, the second class stairwell would have taken you from boat deck all the way down to the very bottom so that, yeah, you can access that. Because the first class didn't have to go that far. They didn't have anything that far down.
Nope. I think, F deck had some second class cabins, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Yeah, in that portion there.
Yeah, because we're on E deck here. You got this wonderful map of the world as it was back in 1912. It was let's just say it was a very different time period for everybody back then, you know.
Yeah, before World War One.
Yeah. You had Rhodesia, Angola, Durban, South Africa, German East Africa, Abyssinia, Kenya. It's amazing just how much the First World War actually reshaped this map in a few short years. I think James Cameron kind of actually made the comment that always struck me as very interesting is that, you know, the Titanic was built and sort of sailing in this time of peace, just a few short years away from the first major world war that we had.
Yep, and nothing would be the same again.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
fell apart after Titanic. The Gilded Age ended. Class structures ended after World War II, World War One. So, hmm.
This looks to be a purser's office of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing too much down here, just some second-class cabins. And a porthole. Hey Mark, how's it going, sir? Good to have you on board. So whoever's this room was, I'm very curious to find out who would have been here during the one and only voyage Titanic would have had.
Yeah, I have to get some deck plans, get more serious with the gaming. That's why the game is now selling deck plans.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. So you have the information because they're kind of going away from the platform or the setup that they had previously, where you had those little pop-up things and it just give you little pieces of information that way. All right,
I see.
So we are here on D deck, and
Ah,
already we have a hole in the world.
yeah,
Uh-oh. I've already
but
noted.
that's the second class dining room.
Yep. Second class dining room. And I have to admit, this is like one of my favorite rooms on the ship.
Yeah, these are the areas that no one ever focuses on because it's not first class. But it's still this is really nice in here for second class.
Oh, absolutely, man. This is actually kind of a warm, cozy room, I have to admit.
Very similar. You got the piano there, that kind of a bulkhead there, that very similar to the first class. Just less ornamentation. A lot less
Yeah,
carvings.
a lot less carvings, but they still have a nice ceiling, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, for whatever reason, the sides of the room didn't render there, but I can guarantee those are more tables.
Yeah.
Just one of the bugs in this game that they have to get sorted out. But yeah, it's pretty good.
So in the center there, it goes into the staircase. Uh, hmm. So this is the where does this staircase go up to?
I I think this is the aft staircase, if I'm
Is this
not
the aft
mistaken.
staircase? Yeah. Is this the one
Yeah,
that goes?
because
This isn't the one that goes straight to boat deck. We were just in that one, weren't we?
yeah, we were just
Oh
in that
no,
one.
this is the one that is okay, yeah, there's the mast. So this is the that above that ceiling is the A deck promenade.
Yep, and this does take you up to A deck here. So we're currently on B deck.
Yeah,
So this is
there's the library.
a fantastic little room that these passengers would have had.
Okay, yeah, I know. Okay, yeah. Hmm.
I have to admit, this room seems to be a little bit more cozy than what would have than what first class would have had for sure. I mean, first class, yeah, their stuff would have been more carved out, more gilded and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You would have
first
had
class is
the
dripping in ornamentation.
yep.
This would be more subdued, laid back, what we would call.
Here's the gigantic bookcase. They did, I believe, this bookcase survived from Olympic, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not entirely sure on that. It had to have been in the catalog of the stuff that was auctioned off when the Olympic got taken apart.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you can see wine and a chessboard down there. So we're back in the forward staircase here. Oh, looks like the elevator's open. I'm going to that. Oh, wow. So, Eriks, who would have operated these elevators? Would that have been the passengers themselves, or would they have had like an elevator operator kind of person?
Well, for first class, they would have had an operator. I'm not sure about second class. Might have, and they might have not. Uh, Definitely for
You could,
first class, they had an operator.
yeah, you
I
could
really
barely
can't
see that.
see anything in there.
Yeah, I'm
It's
trying to get you
dark.
the best light I can because the game is it's wanting to do the whole retinal light closing thing because Unreal Engine, you know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a brief step out here, out on to the B deck promenade, or the second class passenger version of that. This is some fantastic. Well, that just popped in.
So it would come out onto an enclosed promenade. Oh, and then into first class cabins.
Yep, right into first class cabin. So this door during the voyages would have been
Now,
closed.
notice passengers are not allowed.
Yep, only crew can go through that door.
Wow, that interesting. I've never seen this hallway before. It's like an area of the ship that looks like it could be exposed to the elements, but was all closed up.
Yeah, so it
Interesting.
would have provided the second class passengers some protection from the elements here, you know, especially some of
And
the
then you got the
horrific.
elevator machines right there. Well, those are winches there. That's part of looks like an well, no, well, almost could be a fan, maybe, or either that or the elevator winch. What is that?
Davidson and Company Limited, makers of Belfast Trade
Sirocco.
Sirocco market, says
Yeah, that has an
fan.
electric motor on it. Could
Yeah,
be
so this,
a fan or
yeah, it
a
says
winch.
fan on the plate there. So
Oh,
this would have been
oh, okay.
like a really weird centrifugal fan.
Yeah, for
Motor.
the airflow. Okay.
Yep, to forcing the air through certain parts of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
This here would have been the same kind of thing. I think this was actually meant to be connected to a big Calvin
Yep.
up there.
That goes up. Mm-hmm.
Nighttime.
Yeah, I was saying it's dark out there.
Imagine Titanic the morning that it went down, how down out there in the lonely North Atlantic, you know.
So then this goes straight, and that'll take you outside. Or not.
Second class passengers not allowed abaft of this. So
Oh,
this is,
because that goes into third class boat deck.
yep. So an interesting fact on the Britannic, this would have actually been enclosed here as well. They would have created like a shade deck for the third class passengers. So that's kind of interesting that they would have completely changed that design from what it was on the first two Olympians, you know, the Olympic and the Titanic, and then just give third class passengers their own closed space.
Yeah, and that's the third class common area in here. The
Yeah,
tiles. Linoleum color's different.
This was known as the third class general room right here. I mean, even for third class, you know, these are pretty decent accommodations. Wait till you see the third class smoking room there. Kind of interesting that they actually had pictures of other ships from other liners promoting their companies and stuff. White Star Line, superior accommodation every 4 weeks. Liverpool to Australia via Cape Town, Albany, Adelaide, Melbourne, and Sydney.
Yeah, safe transatlantic, safe crossing, no icebergs in that area.
Definitely, you know, they were in the southern waters there.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine ships that had to sail the North Atlantic and to some degree the North Pacific, had to dodge icebergs regularly in the spring. Winter. White Star Line, Liverpool, Queenstown, New York. Yeah, that was a North Atlantic ship. New Amsterdam. So yeah, the third class general room, not too much exciting here, just kind of a hangout space for the third class passengers. But the next room over, the smoke room, I do believe it was. Look at the difference here, and this is still third class.
Oh yeah, that's still third class, but look at the paneling.
Yeah, it's absolutely unreal how White Star Line treated their smoking passengers.
Yeah. Well,
Like, hey,
they
go
actually
ahead.
put wood paneling in there, not just white.
Yeah. I'm wondering if they knew that back in those days, that cigarette smoking tended to discolor walls, especially white walls.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is what you would see in some of the lower common areas on first class. Kind of reminds me of it anyway. So, even third class passengers had some decent accommodations. So, this staircase, what do you know about this staircase right here? It seems to be that the only one of any significance that third class would have had.
Yeah, that's all the third class. This will take you down into third class accommodations now.
Yeah, yep. So you can't really go into here, but we can kind of peer down the hallway to see
Yeah,
just walls.
cabins
So this would have been third class cabins down this way here
for
on.
female.
Were they
Third
were they
class
all?
cabins for female.
Yeah, that's right. The men were kept in the stern, weren't they?
The bow.
The bow, the bow section.
We're in the
Okay.
stern.
Yeah. So this takes you back into second class here. So
Notice
again,
the change in the floor color. You can always know where you are
I mean, literally, just look at that.
by floor pattern colors. Yeah.
So down this way, second class cabins. Head back this way. So you can't really go down there because there's, just a wall. Very interesting thing about these drinking fountains here is that one actually survived off of the Britannic.
Hmm.
Can't really see them very well.
Yeah, they're like
unfortunately.
black looking.
Yeah.
I guess you just cup your hand or something because the spigot goes down. Hmm.
Yeah, the way that you're taught how to do it in Boy Scouts. Basically just drink directly from the spigot via your hand.
Right.
So I think this goes nowhere. Okay, so we're gonna take a stroll back through second class, but I do want to take us back upstairs to show you their. Oh no, wait! I think I showed you their smoking room.
Yeah.
So we just passed their dining hall, running through this area. So this is the thing that blows my mind with the White Star Line, is just how much they loved their smokers.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, the floor pattern, interesting. That's different. I've not seen that pattern much before.
Very different. I wonder if they looked up the Harlan and Wolff documents to get this information.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
So here is a bar of some kind where I don't know if second class smoking would have had like a waiter serving, drinks and stuff like first class would have had.
Possibly. I mean, for the smoking room, they might have had a waiter in there.
Yeah. Here you can see ashtrays, glasses of different sizes, spittoons. Looks like matches. Cigarettes. But even this stuff is really nice accommodations.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of people travel by There was some notable people that traveled by second class still. So
Oh yeah. One person I can think of that off the top of my head that sailed on the Titanic was a scientist. Actually, I think it was either a scientist or a teacher. He was a man named Lawrence Beasley. Lawrence
be,
Beasley would, yeah, Beasley would provide us a lot of details about the sinking of the Titanic from his perspective. But in 1912, everyone smoked. So,
yeah,
you
now
ready to
back to the main
go ahead?
staircase with the elevator. That'll take you right to the boat deck.
Yeah. So
That's
let's.
the main case.
So, fun fact: A deck has nowhere to go.
Nope, because you can't. Yeah, because that's you're actually a deck right there. You would be in the middle of the palm court on first class on either side of
Oh yeah.
that wall.
Oh
And
yeah.
now we're outside. Boy, is it dark. Damn.
Maybe I should do the daytime version of this. Sorry about that, man.
No, it sounds like, well, it just shows how dark at night was back then on the ship.
Oh, okay. I was
That's
just.
fun. It's like, wow.
I was thinking if you
Yeah.
were having a hard time seeing there.
No, I can see.
Okay.
But it just shows you how much light on the deck compared to like the James Cameron movie that you're flooded in light.
Yeah, because otherwise they would have been able to catch nothing on the cameras.
Film, yeah. Well, even light bulbs weren't that bright back then.
Does that look off to you?
It does, yeah. Something's
Some,
wrong.
yeah, I think something's wrong because I highly doubt that the ship would have had two of these lights right next to each other like that.
No, something's weird there.
Titanic's cranes.
Cargo cranes, yeah.
These things are kind of awesome. So unfortunately, we can't go directly down to the palm courts from this point. However, we can because they did actually open up the boat deck a bit more than in previous patches. So you can actually come up here, start marching right past the chairs, benches, and funnels.
No lights on the funnels, yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing that the James Cameron Titanic movie got wrong too, is that they cast light on those funnels.
Well, yeah, it makes it more dramatic to see this whole ship, and can't go into officer area. That was the crew. That was also engineers and the coal bunkers and all those guys that worked down there. That was their boat deck.
Yeah, White Star Line tried to treat their crew with some care as well,
Because I think in that's where the dining area is and stuff in that room. That's the big cover over the grand staircase.
Yep.
Off grand staircase. Oh, gate open.
Weird. Yeah, weird how they have the gate open on this side. And so, of course, you see some
joint.
Yep, you would have seen the expansion joint, some couple of deck chairs, one of the big vents that services the boiler rooms down below. I never noticed these pipe things that come across.
Yeah, they go across, they go up the funnel, and then they go back down the funnel. I think there were steam pipes or something, cooling pipes. And you can see them there on the funnel, on the third funnel. They're on the back side there, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that would make sense. Yep, that would make absolute sense there. I guess I just never particularly noticed them before. I'm wondering if they're on the Britannic game too. I might have to go take a look at that. One of the big vent fans that has a centrifugal fan there and just blows air out. So
another door open.
Yep, this is just a simple staircase taking you down to B deck.
Oh, interesting. It's a crew access probably. Well, maybe, yeah, because second class. Well, that was first. You were on the first class side already.
Yeah, it's on the first class end of things. So I'm wondering because looks like the first class passengers could use this too to get from deck to
Could just
deck.
go
So
straight up right there. Yeah.
without
Unless they
having
kept it.
to go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, unless they kept it locked or something for crew access to just drop down. But, huh. Interesting.
So this part would have taken you that way. You go to the first class smoke room. That way you go into the lounge directly.
Mm-hmm.
So they opened this up because previously we couldn't get out here, but you can only
Mm-hmm.
just
But
walk
that's
around
far
these
as you.
chairs.
I think on the other side you can do more. I thought I saw people's photos. They're, I don't know.
Let's go check that out. Just felt a little bit of computer lag there.
Mm.
Yeah, you could certainly walk around a lot more on this side of it. And you can see there's another stairwell that goes up to boat deck from here.
Mm-hmm.
And another door right next to it.
Yeah, this will be real. I'll be really excited when they get this to become urges that early morning strollers will not pass forward of this sign to secure the comfort of the passengers while they're sleeping. White Star respectfully urges that early morning strollers will not pass forward of this sign. Because forward of that sign is a deck cabins. No, forward of forward of the ship going that way. Yeah, that way. No, that way would be that's the smoking room. So okay, so forward, there we go. You got the grand staircase, the lounge, and then those windows far up there that you zoomed in on, not those. Keep going further. Right there, right at the end. Those are cabin windows.
Yeah. And just a little bit forward, go through that door, it takes you to the place just right underneath the bridge.
It's interesting that they're that far back, because technically you could walk all the way up to the lounge and go into the grand staircase and not disturb anybody.
Yeah.
So,
And they even had, because I remember playing Britannic Patroness in the Mediterranean and seeing this sign on it too.
Oh, you know what another thing that could be? If you go forward on A deck, you're walking above people's cabins on C deck below you.
I wonder if that would have made noise for them to hear it.
So if you would have strolled A deck forward, right below you is C deck cabins, first class, and people would have heard you. I bet you. Yeah. Interesting.
So this is another thing I wanted to point out too. You couldn't walk even this area previously. So we're just outside the smoke. No, this is just the lounge, isn't it?
No, this is the smoking room.
Smoking room. Okay, yeah, these are the windows.
Yeah,
Real
and I didn't know you could see the stained glass on the outside. I thought they had a protective window in between the outside window, and then you've got the inside stained glass window. Huh.
Yeah, that is interesting. So I'm wondering if these had like an external pane of glass to protect these.
Well, they should.
Stained
I mean,
glasses.
I thought they did. I thought they had a, because I thought I saw a black and white photo in one of my books. Oh, it does.
Yeah, it
it's
does.
Clear though.
Yeah, you just have to look at it from this angle because then you can get the light reflection.
It's just a clear pane. It wasn't frosted or anything.
Yeah.
Well, that was cool. You could see the glass through. Pretty.
Yeah, very, very pretty indeed. So these are the palm courts up here.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was walking through, when I was walking through this earlier, they previously had these doors open, just straight up open. You didn't have to open them. Now you can just open them yourself.
Ooh.
Pretty. Sliding too.
What I was saying before all that, I was I am looking forward to when they start releasing this in VR, is to be able to sit there with your headset on and just look all around and be immersed in it.
I'd be all game for that. I'd be all game for that.
All in time.
Yep. Right now, I'm trying to save what money I have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'm trying to save up for when I build my computer. The computer will be VR compatible.
So, Eriks, I'm assuming that these doors would have been operated by people, by servicemen for the first class passengers here.
Oh, yeah. They would have had someone there probably to open it for you, or
So, the one thing. Oh, these mirrored glasses kind of threw me off. They're a little. They're having texture problems. Looks like. Wow. Unless Harlan Wolf has some epic powers that we don't know about.
yeah,
I mean,
darkening
look at
windows.
that. Darkening mirror windows. So this is the revolving door into the smoke room here. And you can see just how beautiful these rooms were. So I suppose we should wander back down to second class. I think we explored all there is to explore in second. But however, we'll actually take a trip down to Scotland Road and all that stuff,
Yeah, okay.
and wait for that room to
And
teleport.
so that
back
was
in.
all what we saw was pretty much the highlight of second class areas were what we saw.
Yeah, pretty much. Whoa. Okay, room, you can teleport into existence now.
There's the lounge, yeah. Are you going to Scotland Road via first class?
Yeah, I'm
Grand
going
staircase down?
Yeah, I'm going via first class here.
Okay.
So I'm going to point out one very quick thing here, another design element change between Titanic's reading room and what would have been Britannic's reading room. So this is Titanic's reading room right here.
Mm-hmm.
So on the Britannic, this little room right here would not have existed at all. Actually, this, along with that deck that you see outside, right here, that little sun deck that was open.
Yeah.
Well, this would have all been first class cabins up here on A deck.
Oh, they added more cabins.
Yep. They added more cabins, and so they'd taken this out. They left the rest of this room intact. Just took this out and took out the sun deck, right? Well, not sun deck, but the deck right there. Just made that cabins. So yeah, that would have been one very key design change there on the Britannic when it comes to its reading room and its forward grand staircase design overall. Although I'm assuming it would have actually had these revolving doors. So we're gonna make a run down to Scotland Road via first class. Oh, my computer's
no
rendering.
running in first class.
Aw, ruined my fun. Probably the biggest room on the ship of them all. So the reason we're going down to Scotland Road is because we're going to explore the forward third class spaces there. Here on E deck. That's okay. That's forward there. All right.
Yes. Yep.
So you want to talk a little bit about Scotland Road here, Eriks?
Well, it's you could say the master hallway for crew and third class people. It ran the length of the entire ship, and that's why it's very wide. So it was like the highway of the ship for people, for the crew and for third class only. So second class, first class wouldn't need to deal with this area. So stewards were down there. You can access boiler room number 6 through a doorway in here as well. Somewhere down here.
The doorway
there it
is
is,
open right there.
Yeah,
so
that one will take.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's into the boiler room.
So we're gonna take a little trip down in the boiler room just for the fun of it here. Previously, a lot of this was closed off too. You can only just explore one little space in front of the boiler.
Yeah, so they've done more than okay. Yeah.
Can you imagine how hot it would be if you got anywhere near these boilers, especially? Whoa.
Yeah, and you can actually go in the center of the boiler room. You would be able to go between boiler room. Oh, look at that. That's new. That's that. Very rarely do you see that in any photographs. That is the access hallway for the crew to get into the boiler room. Can you go down that way? Oh, that's really neat.
Yeah, this is really neat. I do believe they have one photograph of Britannic's crew quarter, Stoker quarter.
So the Stokers can go without being seen in Scotland Road even.
Yep.
They could go down that. That's cool. But that's as far as they, okay.
So clearly they don't have anything else modeled down here, but they just wanted to give you the experience of walking down this hallway here. So yeah, there's a picture floating around of Britannic's crew or fireman access to the boiler rooms as well. So I'm assuming that's what they used to reference Titanic stuff. Oh, that's loud.
And I know in the center of the boiler room, you should be able to go between boiler rooms. So this is one side, and then it goes between the boilers to the other side of it because they're double-ended boilers. So there was a passageway right in the center of the ship, and that would walk you through to the other side of the double-ended boilers, which would then put you in boiler room 5, 6, 5.
Yeah.
And 6 and 5 vented out the number 1 funnel.
Pretty dark down here.
Yeah, I was saying it's kind of, you don't get a lot of. I'm not seeing a lot of texture. It's a lot of dark.
So basically, where I'm looking up, getting the most light that I can, you can actually see the water sight glasses on the boilers.
Oh, nice.
Pressure gauges, all of that stuff. So yeah, it's kind of hard for me to even see down here, and my screen's fairly bright as it is. And then you just come up here, walking on the catwalks, you know, nothing too new. So on to third class.
I'm looking forward to seeing the engine room. Those reciprocating engines. I want to see that in the game. They still haven't released any information about the engines.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that too. Because it would be very interesting how well they can model it, and how well they can actually model moving parts if they go that far.
Yeah, moving and having the computer be able to move.
Yeah. All right.
So there's a cargo hatch.
Yep, cargo hatch, and I think it was the room based up above, right? That was shown in a certain Jim Cameron movie, where the Irish.
That would be where they were dancing on top of.
Dancing on top of stuff. And Eriks, do you know what this room would have been called?
Well, that's another third-class common area. They can mingle here. I think they could all mingle. Women and men could all mingle here, and then they would go back to their respective cabins.
So you can kind of go up these steps, but you can't go outside. Can't go onto the bow.
And that's the forward mast.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. This right here.
Yeah, that'd be cool to go in there too. Eventually get that modeled.
Yep. I want to know what it was like climbing up that long tube that Frederick Fleet and Reginald Glee went into.
Right. Yeah.
Looks like they have the doors modeled in.
Oh,
but I'm assuming. Go ahead.
That's the door? I thought the door was further. I mean, this is third class area. You would think that it would come out into a area where only crew were area were going.
Oh, wait a sec.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you may be right. That may be crew access only.
Probably comes out in a room inside there, so you probably access through a door into there, and then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be very interesting to find out once they actually have that modeled in to the alpha. But yeah, this is the room where James Cameron actually filmed the rather famous Irish party in third class scene in Titanic. So they do have one cabin, as far as I'm aware, from what I can find, that is fully explorable, and it's this cabin that I think had, where the story goes, that this housed something like 6 Chinese immigrants going to America. I believe that it was this room. Just a basic third class berth. Didn't even have the sinks, it looks like. Just a chair or something right there on the wall.
Yeah, that's it. They had to go somewhere else for their wash basin.
Yep. I think that door is having a problem. It's not supposed to be like that. Texture problems don't ever change. Well, they still left in the sounds for the squash court.
So that through that wall down below is a squash court. So third class people could hear first class people playing.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yes, we can. Third class cabins. Without a doubt. Third class cabins. So this is down, I think, on E. No, this is down on F deck. Because we just came off of E deck. Cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins.
Actually, I kind of like to have those gold medallions for information. I mean, you could toggle them on or off, would be nice, but that way, if you're interested in knowing what's what and who was where, that would be nice to have still. I wonder if they'll bring that, because I know you could toggle them on or off, so
more cabins.
They'll bring that back.
Yeah, so what they're doing is that they're doing like the whole information card system. You can pick up little information cards about each area of the ship, who was there and what they did and stuff like that. So they're swapping one thing out for another. And of course, this goes down to the cargo storage compartment. Then on the Orlop deck, wouldn't it be the Orlop deck where the storage compartment for the cargo?
Yeah,
was?
the cargo hold.
Yep.
And we can't get in there. They still haven't modeled that area. I don't know what you can't get to the cargo hold, I mean.
Yeah, it's all dark down there. So you can get into like a small portion of the cargo hold from D deck.
From the mail room.
Yep, the mail room and all that stuff. So this is more cabins here. I just rendered something that. So none of this is explorable.
Lots of cabins. Yeah. So can you go up to the forward well deck from here?
Unfortunately, no. You can't really get up to to any deck of the ship outside other than boat deck.
Oh, because this should have taken you eventually. There would have been a stairs to take you outside to the forward well deck.
Yeah, and that would be accessed through here. So this is on C deck. These stairs would have taken you up and outside here.
And they're not letting you go up there?
Nope. You can go all the way. You can't. Thought you can go all the way up, but yeah, you could go up and outside, and right there in front of you are doors that would take you up into the well deck.
Okay, yeah.
So that's interesting. Let's try and do a reverse Lovejoy here.
Oh, there you go, walking down.
Yep.
Actually, he was walking up. He was walking up the staircase back to the well deck, I think. Because he came down the stairs in the movie.
Yeah.
Anyways. And then this will take you down to the third class dining. And eventually all the way to their end of the ship. How far do they let you go on this one?
All the way.
Oh, it's all the way open. Okay.
All the way open. So this is dining
That
here.
takes you to third class dining room.
Yep. Previously, this is the only explorable space, I think in Demo 1 even, on F deck.
Yep.
So this is third class dining. Fairly simple decor in here. Nothing too wowsy about it. But, you know, it served a function, served a purpose.
Even had a watertight door in there.
Oh, yeah.
The bulkhead doors right there. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the forward dining room here. So I believe men were kept in here while women and families, children were kept in this side.
Yeah.
Aft. So segregation was a big issue back then. I also had a watertight bulkhead on this side as well, or a watertight door.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, absolutely. You know, the whole thing is open, and you can go all the way to second class from here.
And there's the other bulkhead. Mm-hmm.
I remember watching a live stream that THG did a few years ago, where they had like an Easter egg in this part of the ship that you had to look for, right? So it was some kind of creature. And I believe it was around this watertight door here on the left, where you can walk around here and you can see a creature standing right there in front of that watertight bulkhead that goes down into the engine room.
Okay. Yeah.
A little fun fact right there. So up here, no, I think these are likely third class cabins as well. I'm not sure actually, because you're looking up towards second class space. Not entirely sure how this would have worked. Back in second class.
That's where we began.
Yeah. So we're going to take a quick trip through to first class and explore some of those spaces we've hit up previously. On the last stream we did, just to kind of give people a refresher that we have streamed, that we have actually seen those spaces before, but for the sake of satisfaction, we'll let them see it.
All the second class prominent places are right off the staircase, right there.
Well, like first class, you had to walk to places to get somewhere. Kind of helps if I go up one more deck. Okay, I guess I gotta walk back.
Well, you could get into where we were.
Go
where
ahead.
were we in that area? And there was a B deck access cabins. That was through there. That room on that side, wasn't it?
Oh, right. Yeah, I gotcha. Can't go through that door. Would be cool if you could. Not that it would have made that much difference.
Yeah, there was where was that intermediate hallway where we were outside but not outside, and then B deck access.
It's up. Where are we? Okay, so we're in the forward section here. Forgive me, man. I still haven't quite learned the ship inside and out. There we go.
It was C deck cabins.
C deck.
Not B deck cabins. Yeah. So then you went in.
Was the doctor on the
There's
ship's
a
voyage?
padded room.
Hey, Red Mike. Hey, Red Mike Radio. We'll get to your fireplace here in a few moments. We're just kind of checking stuff out. So this is the padded room here. Famous padded room that can be used as a makeshift brig if needed. So this is the old demo that they've been using for years and years. So the alpha will be a completely different build, is from what I understand. Bathroom. Probably an infectious disease hospital there. Attendant. So back up to the first class spaces here. So ship surgeon William O'Loughlin, MD, FRCS. Consulting hours 10 a.m. to noon, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m.
A 2-hour break.
2-hour break in between, and then
and it was off from 4 until 10 the next morning.
Yeah, those are some very weird hours. At least, like, by today's standards, those would be very weird. Like you're only open for 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
Assistant doctor, restaurant manager. So that would be
that was for the French restaurant.
Yep.
One deck above.
Yeah, and when it comes to eating accommodations, that's that would be by far my most favorite restaurant on the ship. Okay, so this is leading to the ladies' bathroom. Just down this hallway, I think. Yep, bathrooms. C91, C127. So I know some of these little cabins here are open to exploration. So cabins amidships right there. And then here would be Maids and Valets Saloon.
That's what I thought the first time we saw this. Yeah.
So basically, like, go ahead.
That's where the maids and the valets had their dinner and lunch, breakfast. That was their eating area.
Served kind of like a break room, I would assume, as well. So back this way to... So this is the aft staircase here. I don't know. They didn't always officially call it like the grand staircase and whatnot, because it's only just 2 decks.
Oh, this was the aft grand staircase. That's weird. Yeah, it's nighttime, so that's what it'll look like at night. It, not all gloriously lit like James Cameron's is and everybody else's paintings.
Yep.
It was not lit at night. Only the center chandelier was lit.
Just to provide light down below for sure. So this takes you. So we're gonna fulfill one request while we are here. So the smoking room fireplace. So Red Mike wants to see the smoking room fireplace. We'll certainly show it off. It's a beautiful masterpiece. And what a glorious masterpiece it was.
Yeah, a real fireplace.
Only one of 2 on the ship that were real fireplaces?
Yeah, one of 2, I think.
The other one, I think, would have been in the lounge. Sorry about that, man. I keep cutting you off for
Right.
some
I
reason.
guess in the lounge then, yeah. Everything else had electric heater in there. In the first class stateroom, I think it was all electric heater in the fireplace.
This is the room where it was alleged that Thomas Andrews was seen moments before the ship took the final plunge. Supposedly standing at this fireplace. Wonder if that wine glass is kind of a tribute to him.
Yeah, that probably.
Ah,
Mm,
okay, Harlan and Wolf. Great design here.
we have a loading issue, yeah.
Well, so the thing I wanted to show you down here is that they actually created another access point that just rendered.
Oh,
I almost completely forgot about this.
that'll take you into second class boat deck. Well, second class.
Second class B deck entrance. So yeah, I completely forgot about this guy. So again, you know, the voyages during the voyages, this door likely would have been and remained closed. So Eriks, if you were here in the Cafe Parisien, what would you try out? Depending on what they had on the menu. Did I lose you there? He has gone silent. All right. So this here, personally, this would have been my absolute favorite room here on the ship. The a la carte restaurant. So this room, unlike the first class dining saloon, you would have actually had to pay for the individual meals separately. First class dining saloon, the meals there that were served to you, those were included in the price of your ticket. Mr. Luigi Gotti, that was the manager. So the restaurant is under management of the company who have appointed Mr. Luigi Gotti, late of Odanino's Imperial Restaurant in London, as manager. So definitely very much a real Italian restaurant. I think you muted yourself, Eriks. Now you can actually zoom in on the finer details. Really rad. I mean, the texturing on the silverware could use a little bit of work.
I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
I got a phone call, so I had to...
Yep, no worries. So I'm just giving people the tour of the restaurant here that I would have absolutely tried something out in. So, Eriks, one little question here. What is it you would have actually had in this very room? What one thing would you be likely to try out in this room?
Well, I don't know what they had a menu in this room, but it was served by the French kitchen, because it's supposed to be a French sidewalk cafe.
Yep.
So you probably would have had tea and sweets and stuff, and small sandwiches and things like that.
Probably like basic light refreshment kind of stuff.
Yeah, you know, things that you would find in a French cafe on the sidewalk there.
Oh, I can go through. Busting through. So just to point out the fact that some people seem to think that Titanic was made of gold, completely not true. It did in fact have gold gilding,
Oh yeah,
but not made of gold. Some of these rooms you have to really keep an eye out for because some of them are actually open. That's kind of cool that this would have been gilded in gold. These little cross hallways here.
Yeah, all trimmed. Sometimes they use brass, so shiny brass looks like gold.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming this thing up here would have been like a vent.
Yeah, air vent. They see all brass here, probably.
Linen locker. Exactly as it says, linen. Speaking of something to drink.
Yeah.
Delicious coffee. B55. So this is Ismay's stuff here. Oh.
Boy. What?
Oh boy. Hi. I can see out. Nobody can see in. What the heck?
Yeah,
like
the whole room is
episode-
missing.
It's
There
like
it
an
goes.
episode of the Twilight Zone right here. Wow. Wonder if we'll do it again when I go back in. Yeah. They got a texturing problem right there. I'm not sure what's up right
Electric
here, but
fireplace.
yep. Trying to not go in so I can trigger it.
Yep.
There is a photograph of this room on the Olympic that exists. So this room right here would have been one of the parlor suites, am I correct?
Hey, oh yeah, this is the most expensive room on the ship. Yeah, you had you had a sunny room, the parlor, the bedrooms, and its own private bathroom, private promenade. Oh yeah, the biggest, yeah, big room.
I think probably the most fantastic room on the ship too, in terms of private cabins, would be this one down here. The the Strauss room right here. Sorry. Flag. No, just want to give me an invisible floor. How nice. Wow.
Much darker.
Oh yeah, a
That
lot darker.
mahogany is. Some dark rooms. Those lights wouldn't have put on a lot, you know, and the dark mahogany.
Just look at that gold gilding, though.
Oh yeah. It was good to be rich.
Yeah, good to be rich, and so the little people didn't get to see anything like this.
No, little people built it all, but they couldn't afford it.
Oh, that's way dark. Can hardly see the back of the door right there.
Bedroom, wash bowl.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of a day bed. And this room also, I think this is actually a communal bathroom shared between two cabins here. Because right over there, you see a door for that goes into another cabin right next door.
Yeah, but they had their own toilet.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Most first class had to share.
I believe those were Royal Dalton toilets. Royal Dalton ceramics.
And a bathtub. And shower head. Wow, so you could actually refresh yourself each day if you wanted to. What a luxury back then.
Oh, yeah. And you have the spigot nozzles here for, fresh and salt water, hot and cold showers.
Bathing with salt water. There you go. Huh.
Supposedly that is still a thing in maritime activity to this day. I think your most available resource is salt water.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Shall we take a little trip back down to the place right here?
It's at 500 people. Yeah. The
Right
dining
here
room.
in the dining room, like legit.
The dining room, yes.
Wow.
500 people.
I knew that it could sit a few hundred.
In the Jacobean style dining room, yeah. Dark at night. I'm used to seeing in the daytime all the sunlight goes through those portholes and lights up the room more.
Yeah, probably should have used the daytime feature rather than the nighttime.
Nah, but it gives a different. I've never seen it at night, so it gives a different contrast.
True. So now that we can actually look at the menu here.
Yeah, the luncheon menu. I have one of those.
Filet of brill. Aigle gentile. Chicken a la Maryland.
A la Maryland, yes. Yeah,
Cool.
a lot of first class food was very French sounding, and you get down to third class, it's oatmeal and cabin biscuits.
Yep. Can I have corned beef, sir, with some filet mignon and some caviar?
Yeah, and this is why everybody that was first class were fat. They had gout. Look at this stuff. Rich foods. And they didn't do anything.
Yeah. Grilled mutton chops, mashed fried baked jacket potatoes. Yeah, that's gonna be real fattening right there,
Apple and then apple and pastry and oof.
Just look at the buffet stuff though. That gets real ridiculous. Salmon mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's just something with a cream sauce on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Potted shrimps, roast beef, spiced beef, veal or ham.
Norwegian anchovies.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
If you like anchovies, you're a masochist.
Or maybe a corned ox tongue. Gelatin of chicken, not even chicken.
Wow.
And then all kinds of cheeses.
Bologna sausage, brawn,
Gorgonzola. Stilton. Gorgonzola. Eat 'em.
Camembert. St. Ivel, sorry. And looks like cheddar at the very, very bottom.
Yeah, it does look like cheddar, yeah.
Lead drought, and then says something behind the star, and then add a tankard.
Yeah, it looks like the printing person.
Probably the print. So April 14th, 1912. So that would be the final full day that the ship was afloat.
Yep.
So this is the lunch menu. And
that's what they would have eaten the night they all would have, yeah.
Yep, because in that based on the actual menu that they found
that is,
right there at the bottom at the wreck, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is fascinating. But yeah, these guys got to eat 10-course meals, just thought nothing of it,
Yeah, and it's included in your ticket.
Yep. I wonder what the menu in the a la carte restaurant would be like.
So they haven't modeled the kitchen, have they, and for this room?
They did not.
Okay, so we're still getting there.
Yeah, the galley here would have led to the. I mean, this door would have led to the galley and then onto the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think this room is beautiful. Absolutely. The doors really are the favorite feature here. But personally, I like second class dining room just a little bit better. You know, it feels a little bit more homey, a little bit more cozy in a way.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, not as big and not the white paneling.
Yeah, I mean, up here it just feels like it's a more sterile environment.
Well, they painted it white, so the light reflection. I mean, imagine I would have all been in dark mahogany. The room would have been very dark.
Okay, I didn't
especially
notice.
at night, these white walls really give off the light.
Yep. Okay,
No,
I
they
didn't
still
notice
have.
this.
Oh, there you go. Got the windows.
I didn't know that they still had this open, actually.
Yeah, so you can see the light bulbs in there. Huh.
Line of light.
Here's the music sheet, yeah.
And a Steinway grand piano to go with it. So this right here would be, you know, as everyone knows, is the reception room. You're on D deck. So we'll go check out one more little area of the ship here that is forward and goes all the way down to F deck. So I'm assuming that would be like second class.
Third class.
There. Third class?
Yeah,
Third
probably.
class.
We're that low in the ship, probably third.
I think that's a fair likelihood. Because this is technically E deck here. And that would just lead down to more probably second or well, maybe first class cabins, who knows. Some of the first, second class cabins did alternate. Ah.
Squash court. Wow, that's a big squash court. Look at that massive room. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
Brilliant Harlan and Wolf design right there.
Yeah.
You guys are having texture problems. Wow. I better be careful because I don't want to fall down into the world there.
Yeah.
Oh, look, you can see all the way down to the cargo hold. Oh, that's interesting. So the stair is modeled here, but whoa.
Oh.
I'm down somewhere.
You fell. You fell. There's the cargo hold.
Whoops. Soft locked in the ship. Oh, boy.
Get to the staircase. Oh.
White Star Line is going to hear receive a very strongly worded letter from me about this.
That's right. I've fallen into the between dimensions here.
No wonder the ship went down. You guys forgot to build the thing. Wow.
Problem is there's no landing for the...
Yep.
You stuck.
Okay, so what we'll do is this. Put to main menu. C. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there with the texture modeling. I thought they had that all resolved. So we'll try to go back down there during the daytime. So I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. I've fallen and I can't get up, says Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant ship design by Harlan and Wolff there. I mean, dang, it's like they forgot
Well,
to
room for
build parts of it.
expansion in the future.
Yep, exactly.
Mm.
Well, let's attempt to go down there one more time. Looks like it might be rendered. Did render. Good.
There's mailroom.
This is the mailroom. So this, I believe, is the one among one of the first rooms to flood during the events of the sinking.
Yeah, it was right, literally above where it hit. Water didn't take long for that water to come bubbling up into that room.
No, it didn't. I mean, because you have basically unfettered access into this room and the rest of the ship on top of that. You know, through this stairwell and
right
through
there.
That
The
shaft.
elevator. And you can't go. You can go down to that room, but that was it.
Yep,
Because
and
that goes into the cargo hold.
I'm betting it was actually this room that I got soft locked into because it looks awful familiar.
Yeah, the mail hold, which is on the same level pretty much as the cargo hold.
So you can get to the cargo hold from here. So you just step through this door.
No.
Wow. Cargo hold.
The cargo hold. So, well, this portion has portholes. Huh. I thought the cargo hold was a little under. Well, no, there is part of the cargo hold that is underwater line. So this is the furthest. This is the highest cargo hold, I guess. Having porthole windows.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to see the section of the cargo hold that actually had that car.
Yeah, they haven't. They haven't done that room. Okay, see, now we're even lower in the cargo hold. No more portholes. We're under the water line.
Yeah, so we must be practically on the Orlop deck at this point.
Yeah, this area flooded first, and even though we're on the opposite side.
I didn't know that RGB lighting on suitcases was a thing back then.
Yeah.
So we're hearing a lot of noise from the boiler room for sure.
Right through that wall, pretty much.
So that would be boiler room 6 on the other side of that wall there, and that was another one of the rooms that got flooded first as well. So this door right here, that would be the elevator, the cargo elevator door for cargo. Right there too.
Oh, yeah.
So let's take a trip back to thing here. Yeah, I'm seeing it rendered here. So this is what I was trying to show you guys before I took a trip into the Twilight Zone. So I'm pretty sure the noise from this court would have filtered right up that shaft there.
Yeah, and that's why we could hear it.
Yep, gone right into third class. So yeah, the ship was quite amazing, and you know, even long after its sinking, 110 years later, it'll be 110 years in April of 2022. It's still capturing the minds of many people around the world. The history of the ship, the events, the sinking, more or less the people. I do like the fact that they added in a zoom thing because now I can actually see the map
Yeah.
in detail. I can actually see stuff up here. So, looking at this map, so we're here on the staircase. And so right in front of us, let's see. Okay, so right there is bathrooms.
Okay. Yep. Is there a bath? Literally a bathtub. And the other side of the hallway is gent lavatory.
Yep. So you had at least a half a dozen toilets in there.
Yeah, because all of those cabins, that's where you had to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so these were communal bathrooms. So, most of the first class cabins, did not have their own private bathrooms. Just only a few of them did.
Did
They
you see that
happen
at
to
the front
be-
of the map? It tells you how many feet above. See, it says right there 180 feet
From bow.
from the bow. So from that point forward is only 180 feet. Huh.
I wonder if it says something similar on the aft end of the ship, and it doesn't look like that it does.
No, because it's only highlighting that area. That map is.
Interesting. Yeah, this
So you'd
this
have
map
to
right
find
here.
that.
This map right here is highlighting the accessible areas for passengers. So, there you got the reception room, the entrances, the staircase, one of the funnel casings, and the
Second.
dining saloon. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can see first, second, and third funnel casings on that map.
Yep. As a matter of fact, we're parked behind the first funnel casing. All right.
Well, cool. Well, thanks for showing the second and third class areas.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Glad to do so, and I'm glad that most of all you, sir, actually were able to participate. So very happy that you joined.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and I'll see you next time then.
All right, I will, and you have a safe trip down to Florida, good sir, and keep me updated on how you're doing. Okay.
Thanks, will do.
All right, will do. God bless you. Have a good night.
Right.
All right, so I think I'm going to stick around for another few minutes here, stream. And we're just going to cruise around the ship like an aimless bot. Oh, I forgot to go up to the bridge. Excuse me. Sorry for the stuttering there. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream so far. I try to provide good content as much as I can, as best as I can, and when I can. And certainly when rooms teleport back into existence. Yeah, I'm looking at you, first class. Looking at you. This room right here specifically is hugely resource demanding. But it's the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful rooms on the ship. Yeah, I fully agree, Mark, and you're very welcome. Sometimes it makes it hard for me to talk in a sustained way for a long period of time. Because I just start stumbling on my words after a while. This chandelier literally is like one of the most beautiful lights on the ship. Probably like one of my most favorite features. So I want this light down in second class dining room, and I think I'd be happy. Right? But I'd gladly take that light down to second class dining. Down there with the little people. Yeah, I'm absolutely glad you enjoyed the tour, sir. Thank you for coming along. So yes, let's go check out the bridge. So this, before we do that, however, let's go check out this fireplace right here. So this is the only other operational coal-fired fireplace on the ship, right here in the first class lounge. The other one, like we showed earlier, would have been in the first class smoke room. And look how ridiculous this furniture is too. I mean, it's good looking furniture. Personally, my favorite feature of this room, besides that light over there, are these walls. Legitimately, the paneling on the walls, the carved paneling on the walls. And there's a little cherub looking out from, you're looking down on you from the top of the door. Reading and writing room. I'm going to put on a little bit of music here because it helps keep my brain tracked. So I'm going to be on for another few minutes here. And then I'm going to go make some food. Then I'm going to come back and play some Railroads Online. Hey, Mark, did you want to join Andrew, Dan, and I for some fun? Turn that down just a hair, shall we? We have already been in here. Bust through the door. Ah, yes, so this is the famous grand staircase. Grand staircase with the cherub holding the light. And the honor and glory time clock. About 8 o'clock. Right here on Discord. You can just come in and join us. Whoa, it's like washed out in here. Till you come in here, then your eyes adjust to it. This is the Marconi room. This is the very room in which the distress signals from the Titanic were sent and received by other ships, and none less namely than the Carpathia. Sincerity and emphasis. This way to the bridge. This way to Bridgeski, comrade.
In this dream, there is no room for spite. Still it seems
Do 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 do.
I am lost, but am free of the world.
So this is the aft wheelhouse. This is the part that would have been used by the person at the helm while they were out at sea, protect them from the elements and whatnot. And this part right here would have been used by the helmsman when near port. Telegraph. Engine order telegraphs. Okay. Well, guys, I'm going to end it there. So thank you to everyone for participating and joining the stream. I certainly have fun. Got to take a nice little tour of one of the most famous ships in history. Just think 120 years ago in April, this ship went down, and fortunately a lot of the stories stayed afloat, and it's still giving up some stories to this day. All right. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. So this is Tony Ortega, out.
Lights draw around the sea. Skin of orange, eyes of green. I have no doubt. Oh no, look out. Sheriff's back in town. Hey, Applejack, fierce as a lion, out of a drought, she comes out right. Pony got swag, knows when you're lying. Heart is rock, but she cries inside. Glitter on the scene may bring out the queen, but I see no light. Applejack. Lights, oh, are trending high. Truth comes within its time. Fire burns in your soul. Oh yeah. Oh, when will you let them know? Hey, Applejack, fierce as a lion, out of a drought, she comes out right. Pony got swag, knows when you're lying. Heart is rock, but she cries inside. Glitter on the scene may bring out the queen, but I see no light. Applejack. Oh, Applejack. Oh, yeah. Applejack, fierce as a lion, out of a drought, she comes out right. Pony got swag, knows when you're lying. Heart is rock, but she cries inside. Glitter on the scene may bring out the queen, but I see no light. Applejack. Hey, Applejack. got swag, knows when you're lying. Heart is right, but she cries inside. Let her all the same.